Your boy Crypto Blood, what's going on? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are getting started and getting going out here. Today we're going to talk about an ICO that a few of my subs and members in the Webbot room have brought to my attention. So I took a look at it, and I really think it has some potential, and I'll get into the reasons why and what hurdles I believe they'll have to overcome to make this a successful venture. So before we do that, just to let you guys know, you can get at me on cryptoblood.io if you have any questions, want to stay up to date on what Crypto Blood is doing. Hit me up there, people, and get you a Webbot shirt. I got one on today. You can see, got that Win Webbot shirt on. So yeah, that check me out there if you wanna get at me, have questions. If you have questions that that don't involve any like real in-depth research or anything on my end, then definitely just hit me in the Webbot room. That's probably the best place to contact me. So other than that, if you need some analysis done on an actual token or cryptocurrency, you can do that under the TA services section. I'll be more than happy to help you guys with that, and that's right there. So on to the market cap for today. Bitcoin is finally over 50% dominance. It's sitting at 50.8% Bitcoin dominance in the market. So that's pretty good. And I told you guys over the weekend why we've had a technical breakout, in my opinion. Let's see if it can hold up. But we saw a break above the left shoulder in the head and shoulder pattern that was looking to actually form. So we'll see if that actually occurs. So market cap currently is sitting at 152 billion, and as I stated, Bitcoin dominance is at 50.8%. You got to really, when you're looking at overall market, use Bitcoin as like your index, as a barometer of the health of the overall cryptocurrency / token market. As of right now, things may change in the future, but as of now, you really want to use that as a barometer. Let's take a look at Bitcoin's chart. I looked at this over the weekend, but I just want to keep you guys up to date on this. Again, a clear break above the left shoulder, and we thought we were going to create a right shoulder, but it kind of turned around. The bulls came in, and with that move right there, that really showed me that that's a bullish move, in my opinion. So let's see what happens. I think we're going to go for the Clif's range price target again and try to clear that, and then from there we're going on up to the towards 68.88. So that should pull most tokens and cryptos with it. Right now, the markets, a lot of the tokens are really suppressed, and I told you guys I got out of Proppy at 76 cents, something like that. I just saw it just wasn't running. It was running out of steam. I didn't see any healthy buying pressure with Proppy. Good idea, but I've stated this a couple of weeks ago. The ICO market in total, the climate has changed. You're not going to have alpha like that in returns for ICOs, in my opinion, anymore, unless you get a really stealth one that was under the radar. No one really paid attention to it, and then they have some fundamental news that comes out, and then everyone rushes in. But by that time, you're already loaded. You already loaded the bags, right? And so I see a scenario like that where you can really profit. But now I think it's more, in the case, that's why I wanted to get into PayPal, because I thought that they would sell out pretty quickly in the pre-sale. So I think there's some pent up demand that will be created from them selling out in the pre-sale, and those additional persons wanting to get in that didn't will have to buy in the market. So we'll see how that works. The discount wasn't as great as I anticipated. I was able to get 5% discount, but you really want you want situations like that, or you want to find and do a lot of homework and due diligence and find that token that no one else is really talking about, and bet on those, and bet on the team to perform post ICO. But again, I believe most ICOs will not see those great returns, and you can probably get most of them after they come out at or below par. So and I stated this a couple weeks ago that I felt like the ICO market has changed, and it has. You like I said, you got Proppy at 40 something cents, and a lot of the coins are down big. So just keep that in mind. Try not to have FOMO, and play smart, and really evaluate whether or not, if you're looking for a pop in an ICO, you need to really look at not so much the platform, the team, nothing like that. It needs to be more on a almost superficial level, as far as is there like a pre-sale where it's limited, or do people not know about the company and you're able to get in and you feel like that they can make some headway and really bring out some fundamental news thereafter. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of my strategy. And with that being said, I do want to take a look at Viewly. The name is a little weird, but Viewly, their pre-ICO started yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I believe. Very good concept. It's not a new concept, but I think that Viewly, first, their marketing, their image is nice. I'm not too much of a fan of the name, but that's fine. It's really about nowadays, guys, and it's not just nowadays, it's period. It's about market saturation and hitting that critical mass threshold in any tech company. So you can have the best idea, your platform can be the best, but if you don't hit that critical mass threshold before your competitors, then you'll be a far second or third place in the race. So it's all about picking companies that will, where you think they will hit critical mass before anyone else. So with Viewly, they're doing a decentralized YouTube, sort of like DTube, but way more thought out, more from a user experience, from a user interface. I believe they have it together now. They're not out yet. They're still raising. They've shown some screenshots of the platform and how it will look, and I'm really liking it. Their business model is a little bit more in depth and detailed and thought out over let's say versus a DTube, where they just simply put a application above the Steemit blockchain, where you can upload a video to IPFS, and and you know, you get three or four tags, because one of the tags, I believe, has to be DTube. You can tag it, and then, you know, you upload it, and it's kind of connected to your Steemit account. With this, they are using the Steemit blockchain, which is, I'm glad to see that, because of the speed in which you can transact on the blockchain at no transactional cost, no trans cost, TX cost. So I'm glad to see them doing that. And we'll look at their FAQs. They also are considering using EOS when that platform is ready, which will be as fast, or it may be even faster than Steemit's blockchain. So that's good. I'm glad to see them considering EOS, because that's going to be a very powerful blockchain. So let's just go ahead and start at the top. All right. And so I'm just going to kind of read their homepage, and then we'll go into the FAQ section so I can answer some of the questions, or read some of the questions and answers that I guess they've commonly been asked. So the problem is, of course, that in the current model, you have all these funds, all these monies coming in, right, from, you know, advertisers. And let's take YouTube, for example. YouTube captures most of that money, right? And then also you have fraud issues with click fraud or ad fraud that really steals the utility from the advertisers as well. So that middleman, that middle person, is kind of like the bottleneck in this whole ecosystem. And at the end of the day, both the advertisers and the content creators lose out, because the content creators aren't getting the most out of their revenue, because it's being very inefficiently distributed through that middle person, that middleman. So as this illustration shows, this is the current model, right? So with their solution, what Viewly is trying to do is basically have a decentralized video platform for creators by creators. Creators build their tribe of dedicated fans and receive patron-like support through frictionless micropayments and subscriptions. Creators can also sign sponsorship deals that are in line with their fan base best interests, with the on-chain escrow and no middleman. So that's and you can see the illustration here shows how the revenue flows, and is centered around the content creators instead of the middleman. So that there will be no pesky ads, no middleman, and blockchain powered. And again, as mentioned at the beginning, the blockchain is they're developing. Basically, the hash is being stored on the Steemit blockchain. Now, the videos and such will not be stored on there, because that is just too much data to store on the blockchain. And we'll get into the details of that shortly. So why Viewly? We're building Viewly because we believe everyone should have the opportunity to share their creative work, discover their fans, and get paid without corporate middleman, pesky ads, or personal privacy invasion. And it goes on to talk about, you know, it's run by the people, for the people. And then here's a little breakdown on the video, the centralized video platforms, and how they are not good for the creators, for the content creators. So current video platforms sit between advertisers, creators, and fans, and are a source of major inefficiencies due to the one-sided profit optimizations. So with Viewly, the fans and businesses can directly connect with creators on Viewly to fund creative work. The alignment of incentives makes everyone better off. So here's a revenue model. Recurring patronage. So creators build the community of supporters who commit recurring monthly pledges in a pay what you want manner. Creators can set levels that unlock certain rewards, such as access to inner community or private channels. Rewards for likes. Viewers, I should say, can set up a weekly budget to give their creators and engage in natural patterns of liking and sharing. Funds are automatically distributed in accordance to the upvoting activity. So here's a really interesting part here, that the anti-fragile by design aspect of Viewly. So Viewly's decentralized network becomes faster and more capable with every peer-to-peer node that joins. Long-term video storage is incentivized by the on-chain hosting marketplace. The network is anti-fragile by design. The bigger it gets, the better it runs. So this is how the videos will be stored on nodes, and you can participate as a node, hosting a node, and store these videos. And as it grows, the network effect will make this entire system very strong. However, it's like the chicken and the egg issue. Like you need to hit that threshold where you have enough nodes and viewers watching and using the platform. So that's going to be Viewly's biggest challenge, and we'll see. It's a gamble. We don't know if that'll actually happen or not, but that's what they'll have to do. So here's some pictures of some of the screenshots from the app. Again, the UI looks pretty good. Looks much better than what we have with DTube. So let's look at the FAQ section. One neat feature that Viewly said that they are working on is syncing YouTube videos with Viewly, and I saw that as a big hurdle or issue for me adopting DTube, is that I had to literally upload the video to YouTube, then upload it a separate file to IPFS, to DTube via IPFS. So it just made the work double the effort to distribute my content. So they're working on cross-uploading platform, which I think will be an excellent way to increase adoption of Viewly. That should exponentially increase adoption in my opinion. So Viewly will not cost anything to publish. As I've stated, they're using the Steemit platform, so TX costs are zero on that platform, on that blockchain, I should say. Another interesting question that I saw on their FAQ page was regarding the upvoting. Since they are using the Steemit blockchain, one of the questions I had was about upvoting and how that works. So this is what they have to say about that. So the question is upvoting on Viewly like on Steemit? And they said no. While upvoting on Viewly does have an economic function, it is not like that of Steemit. For starters, we do not plan on having a central rewards pool, which calls for a ton of unnecessary problems, such as the inherent tragedy of the commons, invocation of politicking, witch hunts, and other destructive behaviors. On Viewly, each user has their own rewards pool. By upvoting content that you like, your pool is being distributed to the creators you like on the pro rata basis. This is sort of like tipping, but without the attached cognitive costs. So I like that. And And so here's the part I was telling you guys about, in regards to Viewly being a Steemit app. So it says not really. While we do use Steem blockchain for immutable storage of Merkle root hashes and the video metadata, we have no further integration plans, which is good. I think that's good because we want, I want them to be separate from Steemit in that regard, because Steemit's I think there are some limitations. Maybe they're working on things, but I'm glad to see that they're not fully a Steemit app. The development of the economic models as well as the decentralized hosting marketplace requires a more flexible infrastructure. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is Viewly based on Ethereum or EOS? We have been prototyping on Ethereum and are currently evaluating EOS as well. How can I make money on Viewly? So basically, they propose monetization models for user generated models, as well as commercial content. So you look at their white paper. It does detail this a little bit further. I don't really have time to do that in this video, but definitely check out their white paper. It does go into detail about that. So then there's a question: how many View tokens will exist in total? 100 million, 10% of which will be sold in pre-sale for 4,000 ETH. So there you have it, guys. I mean, I really think this has some promise, and we'll have to see if they can really get to critical mass threshold. It's going to be tough. And I know there are other competitors out there, not even aside from DTube. I'm talking about there's another company that's out. They've been out for a while. I can't remember the name right now. If you guys in the comments below leave the other company that is doing a decentralized video platform as well, so we can all take a look at that and compare it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but check it out. I think Viewly, they have a very good image, and I like their business model from a monetization standpoint. And it's all hinging on whether or not they can really capture enough users and really grow the network. So let me know your thoughts on Viewly. Their pre-ICO is going on right now. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I have not even talked to the team. So just check them out, and let me know your thoughts on Viewly. I'll probably pick up some View tokens after the ICO. I don't see this being one that really pops. So I'll probably pick up some after the ICO is completed. That is pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Make sure you check us out in the Webbot chat room. I'm in there. I've been kind of MIA over the weekend and since last week, trying to catch up with things since my basement flooded. But I'm back in business. And you can check me out there. You can also hit me on cryptoblood.io if you have any further questions. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I am out. Holla.